Bowlers rolling rawhide. Clash with Bando. Today I'm going to be going through our loss we've just had. That will be our 49th loss. 50th, is it? There you go, 50. I've got it written down differently. So, got it as 50. And it was meant to be an organised war versus JTG. They're actually down the bottom here. Where are we? JTG. JTJ. We did fight them quite a while ago. And this was going to be a rematch, but unfortunately we didn't match. And yeah, so I mean, obviously that was over 2 months ago. But yeah, we couldn't get the 30-30 to match. And we did try several different matches up, but it didn't work. So we'll go through it. Now, Class X, a French-Canadian clan. And you can see we had Bart was a 9.5. They had 14. So they actually had 12 Town Hall 10s and 9.5s, and they had a couple more 10s through the bases. So 14-7 on the Town Hall 10 count. We lost by 5 stars. So we did quite well. We probably struggled at our Town Hall 10 level with getting the 9.5s down fresh hit. So it was one thing to look at, and we did have quite a few missed Town Hall 9 attacks, which didn't help us. So only one Town Hall 9 base left. All of the 9s were done by the 9s. We didn't have any Town Hall 10s hitting down because they were hitting 9.5s. So, yeah, a bit of an unfortunate war, but it's one of those things you take. It was more disappointing to miss the scrim. I enjoyed the fight and the challenge. We had Empire of Oz join us, of course, our Alliance clan now. And you can see we did have 4 guys with 6-star wars. Bart had a 6-star war versus the 9.5s. Hit me, Bando 82, and Dennis had the 6-star wars for the 9. So, yeah, we'll get straight into it. And Bart, he did say it was a pretty bad attack. I have watched it once. But, yeah, it wasn't, like a fresh star 3-star first hit. Probably the biggest thing that he failed to do was take in poison. So you can see he wanted to open that base up through the middle, and that would give him quite a bit of the middle. But the problem is not taking a poison versus a random map, not knowing the clan castle can be risky, but he got through it. Excuse me, still a bit crook. All loons in the clan castles. They did have quite a few bases with all loons. It's not a bad little clan castle. I probably wouldn't have the level of they did have, but you can see he's gone in with a heave-ho tail end. He did use a heal a bit early, but that Tesla farm with that wizard tower farm there, that absolutely smashed hogs. So, yeah, it was a really, really interesting thing to see. He did have a jump left at the end, so probably didn't need the jump, but did well enough to get through there. To have his queen left at the end was very well done, and then to hold on to it. So he's probably going to jump his king inside, which is quite well. You see that second giant bomb. So having 14-7 Town Hall 10s, yeah, it's one of those things. A lot of clans, including our own, we run engineered accounts during wars. So during farm wars, so you can't really get up them for doing it. It's just one of those things. We should have done better. We should have definitely got a lot closer than a 5-star loss. But nonetheless, we take our licks. Our Town Hall 9s versus Town Hall 9s did well. This was an attack from Bando 82, my max Town Hall 9 account. Now this is a 9.5, and it was their bottom 9.5. I don't think the Teslas were done, but this is a heave-ho. I do use this army quite often, and you can see I want to push my queen into that 3 o'clock cell. That's why I'm doing the herding on the side there, to get that queen inside. Excuse me. So you can see, just waiting for the queen to go. The hog lure goes out. That's to get the clan castle. Now it's a hound loon. Probably a little bit slow, far in on that poison. I could have put that a little bit further back. Didn't get the drop though on the queen, which was nice. And you can see no major pressure on the queen. So out comes the Valks. The first rage. Now my queen's got that first air defence just in time to be able to get the healers safe through midfield. But this is where I've stuffed up. Using that one bowler, I think the healers get confused. They don't know where to go. And they definitely didn't go towards the Valks. You can see very few Valks left to getting through the core. And that's where it's kind of slowed me down. I've gone, oh, what do I do? What do I do? So I've held on to my last couple of hogs quite reasonable. The king has tanked for as long as possible, but that MVP minion down the bottom there getting that storage. So very, very strong army. I think this is probably my favourite army at the moment at Town Hall 9 because of the versatility it offers you. As long as you assess those air defences properly, you're going to make sure you get your healers lasting, your Valks are staying up. As I say it all the time, the raid that keeps on giving. Let's have a look now at number 14. This was Dave Man. He's one of the Empire of Oz guys. He's gone in with a Heave-A-Ho as well. What's the difference? Not a huge amount of difference. Maybe a few less wall breakers at the start. But the big 30-30. And this, of course, was a fresh hit from Dave Man. Now, when I'm doing Heave-A-Ho, I like to make sure my Valks are going against their enemy heroes because they make chop suey of the enemy queen and they can smash out the king pretty quick as well. So that's always one of my considerations. And I think Dave Man has assessed this really, really well. He's taken on the queen and the clan castle. So a golem in the clan castle, it's just gone perfect. Dead zone in the middle there. Double jump. So I like the double jump. He didn't use a rage for his own queen and just used the queen's ability. So he's got 3 healers on the queen, I think. Or was it 4? But you see the Valks are all going over the place. Jimmy Bob ends up soaking those last 2 healers. So he's going to be tanking forever. There's no air defences left or anything like that. I love the use of the Skelly trap there. The Skelly spell. Really, really do like seeing that. You can see they get the archer tower down. But unfortunately don't get much further with that Tesla shooting at him. Just a brilliant spell and versatile. I don't use it enough myself on my Town Hall 9s. So really, really cool to see Dave Man. Awesome raid, mate. Now, Juddy had one on 15, but that was another Heave-A-Ho, so I don't really want to show too many Heave-A-Hos. We do different raids in clan. This is a Gov-A-Ho, and Fiddlesworth, another Empire guy. Now, Fiddlesworth has gone in with the Gov-A-Ho, like I said. The Queen, the Golem straight into the Queen. That can be risky because you chew out a lot of hit points off of the Golem. But the Wizards do move in to get that Queen dead, and the Golem goes through. So, Hound in the Clan Castle. It's getting a bit more of a resurgence at Town Hall 9 now, the old Hound, because the extra hit points, the extra pups are making it harder for people getting used to it again. But you can see there, so many hogs left. Old Jimmy Bob's up the top, knocking things out. Not really a lot of clean-up troops. It's probably the one sore point, I guess, with the raid. You can see old Jimmy Bob's going to be fighting up top to get it, but done really, really well. So many hogs left. Probably could have afforded to have a few goblins maybe, or a wizard or 2 for the end. But at the same time, he's got the 3 convincingly. Excellent raid, Fiddlesworth. Now we'll have a look at 23 next. This was Isaac. Isaac, I got into contact with through Band and Group Me. Just an Aussie on the scene. Was available to help us fill the Town Hall 9 spot. So quite big heroes. He's semi-retired, he says now. Gone in with a Golaloon. Another Hound in the Clan Castle. Fresh hit, of course. Poison on the enemy Queen, which was good. It does bugger all versus the Hound. But on the enemy Queen was brilliant. I like the starting of the Hounds. That's timed really well because that Queen and King aren't really going to get too much more done with that Hound. So he's had to hit through that and be able to keep up with the air defense at the same time. But that's probably kept his King and his Queen going, which is going to make the finish a bit easier for him. So he's handled that base really, really well. I love it. He managed to make sure he got the poison on that Queen early. So much left at the end there. Still 4 or 5 loons. Lots of pups. Both heroes absolutely smashed that base. Well done, Isaac. We'll have a look at one more. We'll show Dennis on 28. Dennis had a 6-star war. And Dennis has gone in now. You see it's got one expo on ground, one expo on air, and an exposed air defence up the top there. So what Dennis is aiming for, I'm going to just play this in one speed. What Dennis is aiming for is obviously his heroes to take out that top air defence, the old lightning combo, dragon, lava loon, and you can see old Jimmy Bob. I probably would have placed my queen just a touch to the right, and then with one extra loon on this archer tower, he would have got that down, and then his queen could have cleaned up that blower at the same time. But what Dennis has chosen to do, excuse me, is to push his queen further down, and she's going to get that wizard tower and that archer tower at the same time. So really, really good value out of his heroes either way. The only thing was probably not using one loon on that archer tower, is he could have got that down, because that's going to do a lot of damage later through the raid. But he's going to assess his air going in there, and he's going to run the loons in behind the hound. So as you see, that hound comes in from the top with a couple of loons. So it's not that it does a huge amount. I just think that maybe a little bit differently. But you can see the dragons are going well. He's eating through the defences. That blower's not going to give him a huge amount of grief in the end, because that's going to be the second building that his loons track through. So you see lots of dragons. There's plenty of pups around the place killing buildings. And you can see 5, 6, 7, 8 loons there. And then dragons and minions just mopping up. So that raid relies heavily on your heroes getting a good value as cheaply as possible. And his king and queen alone got one air defense, one wizard tower, one archer tower, and he got into it. So whilst those heroes were going, he was using his lightning spells. It's all about speed as well. So yeah, for us, 5-star loss. When it's 14 Town Hall 10s to 7, you're going to get sort of knackered, you know. So for us, bit of an unfortunate with our Town Hall 10s not hitting the one hit 3 stars on their 9.5s. But yeah, other than that, overall, a good war to get Empire of Oz into Asiatics and get one of those wars together and start pushing towards these organised wars. Really, really keen to get the Aussie thing happening. So, yeah, that's about it from me. Hope you guys had a bit of a laugh. And as always, clash on.